Hello, my lovely friends. This is episode 59. I just did 58, and it cut me off. Don't know why I was using Raven's phone. I thought it had a whole bunch of space on it, but I guess not. So I'm doing another little bit, just because I feel like I've got more to talk about. I'm just eating my lovely chicken from Alice's Pantry. Excuse me for eating, but it's very important for me to be fed. I've got 2 more little jobs to do tonight before bed. I brought the heating plate for the chicken water that doesn't work. I ordered another one, but it's just back order. So, but at the same time, I'm getting tired of dealing with the cold, frozen water. Just extra work for me. So I brought the old one in, and I'm just going to tinker with it and see if it works, if I can fix it. I also, and this is part of my, something's coming to realization, energetically, whatever. I was talking in the other video about fears that are just irrational, like my fear of going to the mailbox, which is part of why I did the Phoenix. I'm afraid of things that look like bills. I just don't know. I think I've been PTSD'd in that area with everything that's happened, kind of woven in with Raven's passing, and just how nasty the government, Revenue Canada has been, and others totally heartless, no sense of, hey, you're a human being and you're going through hell. Your wife's dying and you're losing almost everything and da-da-da-da. Hey, well, let's talk to you like a human. No, instead, it's like, let's freeze your bank account and give you $1,000 worth of NSF checks and terrorize you for a while. That's kind of how they work. Not the Canada image that I used to know of or believe. Sorry for being a pig, but how else to eat and talk? So, so I know there's practical reasons for some of my phobias, but nonetheless, I'm trying to become aware of them on a whole other level, so that I can kind of isolate them and heal them, deal with them, move the energy, something. And I got a little insight when I was at the trailer heating up my food, and I had a few minutes while I was waiting. I thought how I wished that the little stereo component would work, which it hasn't been since I got the trailer. And I know that my mind, so I have this trailer that I don't know anything about, brand new to me. Not brand new, but brand new to me. 2017. Good trailer. Used a few things, but I remember every time I'd use something like the heater or the air conditioning or something, I'd just be kind of like, oh my god, oh, it's like I don't want it to break down. It's just this weird, fearful of the unknown. And then as each thing would go, I'd kind of relax a bit, but it was always that fear that this is just going to fall apart, break down. And some of it's warranted, but I think it was a bit extreme. And then I have a tendency to not use something. I didn't hook up the water and stuff because I didn't want to have to drain everything at the end of the year, and I thought, you know what, for now I can deal without it. I don't know, I think it's kind of rational. But drink my soup from Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. You're most amazing ever. I love my people. And Catherine is one of those most amazing people. awesome woman, and I don't know. I'm just really lucky, that's all. And she makes one hell of a good soup. God, I'm so afraid of knocking this off. It would be such a mess. So I'm in the trailer, waiting for my stuff to heat up, and I have this moment, and I go, for whatever it's worth, I'm going to try this little system again, sound system. And what it would do is I put it on Bluetooth, and it would just go, and that was it. And say some silly thing on the front. And I fiddled with that thing forever, and I gave up. I just started using my phone with my speakers, which are fantastic. But I was in there today, and I just thought, turned it on, still the same. And I said, okay, Damon, something is fishy about this. Something is distracting you from being able to be your normal, creative, insightful self. And you have also developed this belief that some of who you are is not real. Or, that's not the right way to put it. Basically, I, like many, don't recognize my true full worth. And I cut myself short all my life. And so I'm working on these aspects now, finally, at 6 years old, that luckily are really coming to the surface during my situation that I'm in. And the more I embrace it, and the less I feel like a victim to anything, the better it starts to move, the more I sort of master surfing the wave kind of thing. Like, the closer I come to mastering it. At the moment, I'm far from mastering it, just so you know. I'm probably doggy paddling kind of thing. But it's happening. That's the point, is I'm recognizing things. I'm seeing a certain pattern and flow. Things are really happening. And I think that's one major, major hurdle to get over with your own inner self-healing. So I'm sharing all this with you, everything in my videos, because I'm hoping that my experience doesn't have to be someone else's experience, but I'm hoping that others can learn from what I learned, and maybe so they don't have to. I don't know. I don't know. It's such a weird thing that I'm just going with it. You know what else? I just like to be able to share something. So I have a few potatoes. So anyway, the sound system turned on. It's making that crazy beep noise. It's absolutely irritating. I don't even know what the fuck that noise is for, but it's irritating, and it just caused me to let it go. So I'm in there, distracted. Got a good bunch of things happening. I know I'm going to try and fix the chicken watering heater, but I don't have a lot of optimistic feelings about that because it's probably broken. But, I just thought, give it a shot. Let's see. Self-empowerment. And then I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could figure that stupid sound system out and have another level of self-empowerment? I'm feeling it. So I turn it on, it makes the beep, kind of, I reach for my phone to try, and I don't have my phone in my pocket, and I had this momentary fear, because that is one of my big fears, is losing something, and it happens all the time. Sometimes temporarily, but the fear of losing it permanently is horrible. So, shit, I think it might have been when I laid down with Tor in his pen with the straw, and it was, so I went back and got it, but so I can try out the Bluetooth. And I looked at this little thing. I thought I had done it before, and I do think I did it before, but anyways, I evaluated again, and I saw this little reset thing with a little hole, where you have to put a little wire in and push, like on a watch. And I just thought, what if I never really pushed it? So I found a fork and I just pushed. And wouldn't you know it, it reset the whole thing and it made it work. And then, of course, when the whatever the little code is for that Bluetooth device was at the bottom, and I'd done this all before, but I had to go through a whole bunch of looking up stuff. Ugh, I have to admit, I hate that. When I'm in the mood, I'm in the mode and mood of something else, and I got to pull myself out of that and get something that doesn't feel creative at all. So there I am, and it says, oh, you need a code to put in. I hate codes and passwords and shit. It's like, it's hard enough trying to hold on to one that you keep permanently, changing them all the time, and many different ones. Oh my God, I tell you. So anyways, I try a bunch of haphazard things, and one of them went through, so I got to hook it up, and it was working. So I gained this little empowerment thing, and I thought, you know what? Now I'm gung-ho to go and try this chicken heater thing and see if I can fix it, because I'm on a roll. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to try. So my point overall is I'm really focusing on some of my phobias. I don't know about you guys. I know loads of people have them. Most people have them. I'm pretty sure everyone does. Different levels. You might have phobias that never get addressed in the area you spend your life in, so they could just sit in the back burner. My phobia is maybe just because I'm sure that everything I'm doing right now is finding those phobias. So I'm choosing to face them. I use this term all the time, lean into the thorns. That's what I'm doing. I'll tell you. Partly because I don't have any other choice, so don't look at me as a hero or anything. Just, it's all happened to me, and I'm just doing what I can. But I should keep the lid on. Keep it warm. But I find this stuff fascinating, because for me, I'm asking myself, wouldn't it be nice if I had less of these phobias holding me back? And they hold me back all my life. It's like a friggin' drag thing. I don't mean drag as in drag, but something dragging, slowing you down. These phobias drag me down, and they wear me out all my life. I'd like to know what it's like without them. You notice I can just imagine the free flow. For sure, one aspect that's helping me a lot is creative flow. Creativity. It could be someone else's creativity in conjunction with my creativity that amps it up. It's like all kinds of things, but like the beauty of the sort of carport that the trailer is going under. I have no words. It's spectacular. Sean, my very fast-growing good friend. I've known him for 5 years, a bit, here and there. He's an awesome guy. He is not just average. Great builder, but it's more than that. It's an energy thing. I can't even explain it, but I want to have him building what I live and work in. I'm finally in a position where I'm actually having built what I'm going to live, function, work in. And I have gone through so many hoops and loops and twirly things and flaming this and that to get here, but I'm finally having an experience where I'm putting money down for things to be built step by step. I'm not rolling in it, and it comes as it comes, and there's a lot of phobias around that, which I've mentioned in other videos. But what Sean has done so far is beyond, it's just I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And it's not average good, it's amazingly good on a level that I know that this is also the result. What's happening at each step is a result of all the work I've done up to that point, which then builds. And this is this surfing, as far as the eye can see. Maybe I'm misinterpreting things, but I feel like one thing leading to the other, and then riding on the other creates that surfing effect. You get just enough momentum that you stay on top of the water rather than sinking in. It's some, I tell you, it's coming to me. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's fantastic, it's full of fears, because the fears are the sort of the froth or the scum that comes to the surface that needs to be cleared, and is being invited to be cleared, is asking to be cleared in some ways, I think. But well, it reminds me, I got to send Catherine's photos to her. What did I do with them? Oh yeah, my phone is right there. Of her tattoo, of her soul print. Oh God, that was so tasty. It's a nice feeling having eaten, but early enough that I can start practicing my intermittent fasting. It really helps a lot. I just find when I eat late at night, and I did it last night and the night before, I did one night perfectly finishing early and not eating after it, and then last night and the night before I fell off the wagon instantly, and I almost felt like I couldn't will myself. It's definitely become a vice for me in my coping mechanisms for dealing with stuff, which is not too bad, considering I'm